Hello everyone, welcome to Automobile Engineering class. I am V. Rakesh, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department. In this session, I am going to explain the role of springs in suspension system. Let us see the springs. The springs in suspension system are used to observe the up and down motion of the wheels when the wheels pass through potholes and bumps on the road. This protects the passengers from the getting shocks or jerks. The springs are placed between the chassis frame and axles. The springs are basically divided into three types. First one is leaf springs, second one is coil springs, third one is torsion bar. These leaf springs again classified into full elliptical leaf spring, three-quarter elliptical leaf spring, semi-elliptical leaf spring, quarter elliptical leaf spring, transverse leaf spring. Now discussing about leaf springs. The leaf springs used in automobiles are made up of several flat, long strips made from spring steel of a rectangular cross section. Each strip is called a leaf. The several strips are placed one on the other and are held together by means of a center bolt and clamps. The spring assembly consists of a main leaf which extend which extends to the full length of the spring. The ends of main leaf are formed with loops, uh, also known as eyes. These ends are called as eyes. The other leaves in the spring are attached to the main leaf by means of a center bolt and clamps. The length of each succeeding leaf is shorter than the preceding preceding one, and the complete assembly acts as a flexible leaves. The center arc the center arc of this the center of this arc shaped spring is usually attached to the axle of the vehicle. It supports while the ends of the springs are attached to the frame itself. In some cases, a leaf a leaf spring may be attached to the vehicle frame on one end through a spring bolt passing through the eye, and the other end will be attached to the short swinging arm. This is known as shackle. The shackle provides swinging ability to the leaf springs. When the vehicle goes over the bump, the spring flattens up and increase in length, and during rebound the spring returns back to its shape, thereby decreasing length. The shackle make the spring worthy to swing in and out. This type of spring configuration often helps to provide a shorter, less rigid suspension system. The bronze bushes are generally fitted in the eye through which the spring bolt passes, as well as in shackle in which spring pin is placed. For lubrication, a hole is drilled in the pin and a grease nipple fixed in it. In some cases, rubber is used in place of bushes. The rubber bushes are quite in operation and require no lubrication. The leaf springs are one of the oldest forms of spring-type suspension systems and were commonly used on automobiles till mid of 1970s. The introduction of lightweight front-wheel drive vehicles has basically made the use of leaf springs unnecessary, and automobile manufacturers are now using coil springs for the both front and rear suspension systems. The leaf springs are now generally used only for heavy commercial type vehicles such as trucks, vans, trailers, and railroad cars. For heavy vehicles, they have the advantage of spreading the load more widely over the vehicle chassis, whereas coil springs transfer it to a single point. The leaf springs generally give trouble-free performance, but sometimes, due to overloading, rough driving, or driving on a bad road, they get broken. In case of broken leaf, it is necessary to remove the spring assembly from the chassis. On removing the center bolt, the leaf can be separated and the broken leaf can be replaced. It may be noted that graphite grease should be applied between the spring leaves before assembling it. Sometimes, due to continuous use, spring assembly gets sagged or gets straightened. In this case, the leaf springs are dismantled and each leaf is hammered throughout, throughout its length one by one, which will give the desired curve. This this hammering of leaf is called as cambering of springs. Let us see the important points in leaf springs. Leaf springs are formed by bending. They are made of long strips of steel. Each strip is named as leaf. The long leaf is called master leaf. This is the master leaf, and it consists of eyes at both ends. One end is fixed to the chassis frame, the other end is fixed to the shackle spring. The spring will get elongated during expansion and shortened during compression. This change in length of spring is compensated by the shackle. The U-bolt and clamps are located at the intermediate position of the spring. The bronze or rubber bushes are provided on both eyes on the master leaf. The leaf springs are now generally used only for heavier commercial vehicles such as trucks, vans, trailers, and railroad cars. Let us see the types of leaf springs. First one is full elliptical leaf spring. This type of leaf springs refers to two semi-elliptical springs connected at their ends. This is one semi-elliptical, this is the another semi-elliptical leaf springs. Both are connected at their ends to form the shape of an ellipse. The main advantage of this type is the elimination of shackle and spring. The main drawback of this type of springs are lubrication and wear frequently. This type of elliptical leaf springs are used in Ford Model T vehicles. Next one is 3/4 elliptical leaf spring. This type of leaf springs refers to one semi-elliptical spring connected connected over a quarter elliptical spring. This type is rarely used in nowadays. It gives resistance but occupies more space than other types of elliptical leaf springs. Next one is semi-elliptical leaf spring. This type of leaf spring refers to forming the shape of half elliptical, half ellipse. The leaf spring is made up of a number of steel leaves. Each leaf is of a different length but with equal width and thickness. The uppermost longest leaf having bushes at its two ends is called the master leaf. The ends are directly connected to the side member of the vehicle frame. It is almost commonly used in almost all types of trucks. Next one is quarter elliptical leaf spring. This type of leaf spring refers to forming the shape of half, half of semi-elliptical spring. This is also known as cantilever type leaf spring since it's one of the end is fixed on the side member of the frame while the other end is freely connected to the front axle. In such springs, the camber is provided on the upward side so that leaves tend, leaves tend to straighten when the front axle beam is subjected to the shock load. Last one is transverse leaf spring. This type of leaf springs refer to a semi-elliptical spring mounted in a inverted manner and has a saddle at above forming a bow and is attached parallel to the wheel axle. The transverse spring for front axle which is bolted rigidly to the frame at the center and attached to the axle by means of shackle at both ends. Let us see the second type of springs, that is coil springs. Basically we are using two types of coil springs in automobiles. First one is standard type, second one is progressive type. The coil springs are extensively used in suspension system of automobiles. A standard coil spring is made from a length of special spring steel, usually round in section. It is wound in the shape of a coil. The ends of coil spring are kept flat so that they sit properly. The coil spring is very elastic and compresses when a load is put on it. When a vehicle goes over a bump or a pothole, the spring compresses or expands to absorb the shock. Sometimes, instead of standard type of coil spring, progressive type coil springs are used in automobiles. In progressive type coil spring, the wire is wound into coils of progressively increased pitches. When the wheel hits a hole or bump, the larger pitch section absorbs shocks or impacts with the smaller pitch section of spring completely compressed. The coil springs are mostly used in independent suspension system. The advantage of this type of spring is uh, that they can be assembled in compact space and capable of storing twice the energy than that of a leaf spring. Let us see the last type of springs, that is torsion bar. This torsion bar, one end is attached to the frame and the other end is attached to the lower control arm. Up and down of the suspension system twisted the torsion bar. It will then try to return to its original shape, moving the control arm to its original place. Let us see the advantages of torsion bar. The torsion bar weight is light, it occupies less space, its maintenance cost is also less, initial cost is less, ride comfort is more. Next, see the disadvantage of torsion bar. It does not take accelerate and braking thrust, so required additional linkages. Due to lack of friction, damping is necessary due to road shocks. Next, see the applications of torsion bar. Sports utility vehicle, Tata Safari, Tempo tracks. This is the brief discussion about springs in suspension systems. Thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe my channel for more updates.